Hi, it's Tate from Nanjing Marketing Group. I'm going to take you on a tour of Baidu, the Google of China. Baidu has a billion searches a day done on it. It's really big and important. If you are learning Chinese or learning about China, or you want to be marketing or selling a product in China, you better know what Baidu is. So I'm going to pull it up here on my screen, and I'm going to do a couple searches and show you some of the features and some of Baidu's other platforms that are there, and then show you a search or two on my mobile device, and finally show you Baidu Maps. And by the end of this, I hope that you get a good feeling for what it's like to use Baidu as a regular user. This is Baidu's homepage, and it's really clean and simple, easy to use. Let's do a search for a skiing machine first. This is a skiing kind of exercise machine. Baidu results will show a bunch of different formats. They'll have images, products, text, videos. Let's take a look at each of these that show up on the first page here. So I think that based on this search query, Baidu feels that images are pretty relevant. So it put a lot of them up top. It doesn't always do that. Sometimes it'll put, actually most of the time it'll put ads up top. If I click through that, it'll take me through the Baidu image results, and I can go through them one by one, or I could click through to go to any of these websites. Down below here, what we have here is kind of like product listings that are coming from a part of Baidu called b2b.baidu.com. And that is supposed to be for B2B type sales normally. Then we have e-commerce here. So if I click that, it's going to take me to JD.com. That's one of the bigger e-commerce platforms in China. Now, something to note about this is for consumer products, a lot of the times people will not, regular Chinese people will not go to Baidu to search for them. What they'll do first is they'll go directly to Jingdong or Tmall or Taobao or Pinduoduo or one of those e-commerce platforms. But Baidu is really useful for helping people learn about what kind of products they want to buy when they're in the research stage, right? So nobody's going to go to Baidu to research socks, or very few people would, but they definitely go to Baidu if they're going to research, say, study abroad or buying houses or something even like this, like a skiing machine that is, it takes some more thought and research to learn about it and find out what the best one is. This is a result for Zhihu, a Q&A platform in China. And Baidu also owns a little bit of this site. So this is like the Quora of China. Now this one's pretty important to know too, Baike. Baike is the Wikipedia of China. Not much on this one, actually, but a lot of them will have quite a bit of information on them. So this is just some website, and down here we have a variety of videos. These will come from different platforms. This one, haokan.baidu.com, this is owned by Baidu as well. And Baidu Tieba. Now, maybe at this point you might have noticed something. There's a lot of Baidu results on this page, right? There's a lot of results on this page that are owned or partly owned by Baidu. And that's a pattern that is consistent basically across all industries. Let's click this one and check it out briefly. This one is, it's kind of like a, what would I call it? It's kind of like a forum, but not completely like a forum. People will come on here to talk with other users and exchange some experience. It's just based on topics, and then each topic will have basically threads about different subtopics within it. All right, let's do a search for something else. Now, one that I like to look at over the ages for some reason is real estate in the UK. All right, so this one is actually showing up mostly results for individual websites. And we have down here something else that's a bit unique, which is this. Well, let's say this block is going to help you further search for real estate, right? It's going to let us filter through. And looking across different verticals, you're going to see a lot of different types of search results like this pop up. I don't see any ads right here though. Oh, except for this one at the top, which is marked at the bottom here, 广告 ad. Maybe we can find something with ads. What would have ads on it? Let's try a travel one, even though it's during COVID and we might not get good results. Nope. Let's try firewall software, something else that I'm familiar with. All right, so this one is just getting one ad at the top, which is on the low side. Okay, and then there's actually a couple more results that are not ads, and now there is an ad down here below. That's an unusual format, actually. Usually where we're going to see ads is up top, on the side, and then again down at the bottom. Ads will be in the format of text, but they might include images, they might include products, they might include phone numbers as well. Let's pull up my mobile device here. All right, so what I have here is Baidu's app. Baidu's app has 220 million daily active users. And I think that the most important thing about the Baidu app is the search feature, but there's more to it. Let's do a search first. So let's search for bubble tea. All right, so the first thing up top here is an ad for another app, Xiaohongshu. Then down below, we have the Wikipedia type entry, images, Kuaishou, another app, and the map entry as well. Now I can access maps through here, or I can access it through the standalone map app as well. I like the search results. I think they're pretty easy to use. They're clean and in plenty of images. It's nice to use as a user. Personally, when I am outside of China, I'm usually going to use Google. When I'm inside China, I will usually use Baidu, unless it's for a sensitive topic or I'm not finding the right results. And Baidu also really shines when it comes to local results. Now I'm going to come back to this app in a second, but first let's check the standalone map app because it's just a little bit nicer. And I'm going to search for Xiaolongbao in Shanghai. Xiaolongbao, I don't know how to translate. It's a kind of yummy thing though. And it will show me a bunch of restaurants. This is similar to Google Maps or similar to some other apps in China that allow you to find pretty much anything that you want locally within the cities that you're in. I would always use this one in China if I was traveling around as opposed to something like Google Maps because Google Maps just doesn't have a lot of information on it. Also, you would need a VPN for Google Maps. There's always a lot of comments and a lot of reviews on here. That's what makes it so useful. It's accurate too. I never have a problem with this. I think that it's a very good product for when I'm within China. Now let's just skip back to the other one, and I'll just show you a couple more things about this. All right, so within Baidu's app, on the homepage here is basically a news feed. And this is similar to what is on Toutiao and some other Chinese apps. And they all kind of copy each other in these areas. So they might, like Baidu might have some strengths of its own, and other apps have strengths of their own. Baidu's strengths is search, in my opinion. And that's what we do what we focus on from a marketing point of view too. We focus on Baidu Search and not these other aspects. Here on the right is more videos. If I click it, it'll start playing right here. This is just one of China's many video platforms. It's not the #1 that we go to for marketing purposes, though. And I could, if I want to enable this, I could enable the mic, and I could search for something, and it would probably be pretty good. I don't know if it understands my foreign Chinese all the time, but we could give it a try. 奶茶. Hey, got it. Okay, search for bubble tea again. Here we go. All right. Then it's going to show me things that are hot. This is more news, and it will be broken down into topics, and I'll be able to find hot searches. I'll be able to customize my profile and those kind of things, similar to what I'd be able to do on other apps. The key for Baidu from a marketing point of view is to focus on the search aspect of it, and when we push content out to other areas of the internet, we want to make sure that they're also optimized so that they will show up more likely on Baidu as well. And this is basically it for your basic tour of Baidu. We have more information on how to use Baidu for organic marketing and use Baidu ads and such, and I'll leave some links for that down below, as well as a link to our China Marketing 101 page, which is a good place to start out if you're learning about all sorts of things in China digital marketing. But if you like it, just subscribe or give us a like. Thanks. See you next time.